Hi and welcome back. This is Jeremy Davis with Blue Collar Employee Retention. Now, today we will be talking about employee retention in the steel manufacturing and processing industries. This is one that I know extremely well, basically from almost a decade of being in the industry. And I have seen some really good practices and some really bad practices. And I've come across the best methods to succeed in retaining your best talent. And today we'll be talking about some of those. Obviously, not all, but we will be talking about some. Now, the steel manufacturing and processing industry is the backbone of numerous sectors across the United States, from construction to automotive, making it a essential component to the global economy, not just the U.S., but to the global economy. However, the industry faces significant challenges, particularly in retaining skilled employees and attracting new employees. High turnover rates can lead to substantial financial losses, disruptions in production, and a decline in overall efficiency. You see, when you lose a good employee, it's not just an apple to apple. You're not losing a 7-year guy and bringing in a 7-hour guy and replacing apples to apples. No, so when you do that, you have production loss, safety issues, more overtime for those that are doing it. Your production rates decline, your quality declines, your on time percentage declines. And those that are relying on you to get the product out the door to them end up suffering, and then they will go away from you to a different company that can fulfill their needs. So retention is vastly critical to you and your business. So understanding the importance of employee retention and the challenges involved is crucial for maintaining a competitive edge in the steel industry. Now, the critical role of employee retention, this is again just a small highlight, but you have cost efficiency. With cost efficiency, you're not going out trying to bring in new employees. You're not paying for recruitment, HR hiring, onboarding, early training, midterm training, etc. Because all of the new employees that you bring in will take at least 6 to 9 months just to be able to break even and pay for themselves. Whereas your 3-year, 5-year, 7-year guy is already well above that metric. They are more than paying for themselves and they should be rewarded adequately for it. That's important. But the substantial financial resources required for new employees is just a huge waste of money. In fact, according to the Society for Human Resource Management, the cost of replacing an employee can be as high as 6 to 9 months of the employee's salary. And if you go through and you watch some of my other videos, when they're talking about 6 to 9 months of the employee's salary to replace them, that's just in the hard cost, okay? Because that's just in advertising, hiring, early onboarding. That's not that is in the very best case scenario of you find one to bring one in and that one stays. That's very highly unlikely because usually what I have seen is you will go through 2, 3, 4 people to get one person to stay for 2, 3, 4 years, which is just ridiculous. So again, watch some of my other videos and you'll understand more about the hard cost, soft cost variance. But it can literally cost up to 200% of a person's, the outgoing person's wage to replace them. When you factor in the overall cost of overtime, errors, loss of productivity, uh, every other factor. Is vastly important to try to avoid that as much as you can. Then, once you get into something as specialized as the steel industry, you have the specialized skills that are essential. These costs can escalate further due to the extensive training that is required. Number two, you're trying to maintain productivity. Experienced employees are more productive and efficient. They possess in-depth knowledge of the process, equipment, safety protocols, which is vital for maintaining smooth operations. High turnover disrupts workflow and it reduces productivity as new employees take time to reach the performance levels of their predecessors, which, as I said earlier, can easily take a minimum of 12 months, but quite frequently 18 months plus, just to get them to be not even apples to apples, but at least in the fruit category. You, there's so much institutional knowledge that your veterans have. Once a person has been there for, like I say, 2, 3, 5, 7 years, they literally know more about their process than anybody else in the facility. Because you have a person, let's just say it's still processing, for example. You have a plasma operator and you have a saw operator. Both of their jobs are vastly different, both vastly critically important to the overall success of your business. You cannot just take the plasma operator and put him over in the saw department and have him be as effective as the saw operator at his job. Conversely, you can't take the saw operator and move him over to the plasma department and have him be nearly as effective. Why? Because they're different processes, different equipment, different loading mechanisms, different cranes. Everything is vastly different. And you need to take all of this into account. And unfortunately, people just think that when it comes to almost any blue collar environment, that every person is literally just a little piece in the puzzle. I can move them here, move them there, move them over here, and it's gonna all be okay. No, it doesn't work like that. You can train that person to be highly efficient in that area, but it is a different area. You need to keep that in mind. Sorry to get off on that tangent, but there's so much. This is why I do what I do, okay? This is why blue collar employee retention exists. It exists because I love people. I love business. I love training. I love coaching. I love mentoring. I love to see businesses do the right thing and succeed. I love to see businesses succeed for the long term, and by doing so, they are benefiting their employees and their customers and themselves. In fact, you are you are trying to do a constant balancing act if you are trying to be highly successful. The balancing act is engaging your employees and finding out what gets your individual employees to perform at their highest level while maintaining that highest level to exceed your customers' expectations. You get those two things working in tangent, your business will be your business will be unstoppable. And that is one thing that I try to do, is to make your business unstoppable by helping you get off of the tightrope onto a much wider bridge that's much easier to balance because it's in place. And here we go back to the presentation. The next one will be when you have your retained employees, you will have quality and consistency that is not there with new employees. Quality and consistency are crucial in the steel industry because there are so many exacting standards that you must follow. Retaining skilled employees ensures that the quality of the product remains high. Experienced workers are less likely to make mistakes, ensuring that the steel produced meets the required standards. Safety is a huge one. In fact, with safety, OSHA reports that over 40% of the injuries reported to them, 40% of the injuries reported to OSHA, come from employees that have been on the job for less than a year. So just let that sink in and let the cost of injuries sink in. And then just that alone should make retaining employees a very high priority for you and your business, just on that one statistic. But anyway, safety is a paramount concern in the steel industry given the hazardous nature of the work. Experienced employees are well versed in the safety protocols of their equipment and they're more likely to adhere to them. New or inexperienced workers may inadvertently compromise safety standards just trying to take a shortcut, leading to accidents and injuries. And then obviously your older people know the company culture and the morale. Employee retention contributes to a positive company culture and high morale. A stable workforce fosters a sense of community and loyalty among employees. High turnover can lead to literally a fragmented workplace, low morale, decreased job satisfaction, further exasperating the retention issue. Now, obviously there are challenges in retaining employees. One, you have the aging workforce. You have the younger baby boomers preparing to retire. You have the older Gen X's, such as myself, on the verge of retiring. And this not only creates just a gap of employment, but even more important than just it having a gap of a job that you need to fill, this creates a knowledge gap. This knowledge gap is even more important than just the role itself to fill. Because when you have the 7, 10, 12, 15, 20-year guy leaving, the knowledge and institutional knowledge that they have, you're going to have some major difficulty in filling those shoes. Let me tell you that. Because the knowledge gap is just going to get worse as experienced workers leave and fewer young workers are entering the field. In fact, according to the American Iron and Steel Institute, the median age of workers in the steel industry is higher than the national average, highlighting the urgency of addressing this issue, and I can help you do that. Blue-collar employee retention will help you retain younger employees and create programs that get them to stay with you for the long haul. Blue-collar employee retention is not a band-aid solution. Never has been, never will be. Blue-collar employee retention exists to create long-term results for you and your business. Again, so not only do you have the institutional knowledge gone, you're also losing skill shortages. The industry requires a highly skilled workforce, but there is a shortage of qualified or trained candidates. The specialized nature of the work and the decline in vocational training programs contribute to this skill gap. Companies often struggle to find and retain individuals with necessary experience. And when that happens, you have an entire industry that is scrambling for the same talent. There's one bucket of talent that is out there, so you have competition for that talent. The best way to fix that is, well, you need to highlight yourself and your business as a place to not just work, but a place to thrive. You need to make yourself one of the best places to work in your city. And that is, again, something else that blue collar employee retention will help you accomplish. Because the steel industry, they compete with other sectors for skilled labor and each other. But industries such as technology and finance often offer more attractive salaries and benefits, making it challenging for blue collar industries such as steel companies to attract and retain top talent. This competition yeah, pushes turnover rates and makes retention efforts even more difficult. And obviously, the work environment of a steel factory, be it manufacturing or processing, the work environment is dramatically different than practically any other environment that a person can be in. Because the conditions themselves are hazardous in steel manufacturing, and that can deter potential employees and lead to higher turnover. Long hours, strenuous work, safety risks can all result in job dissatisfaction and burnout. Improving work conditions and ensuring employee safety are essential for retention. And one thing that a lot of industries don't face that the steel industry does face is that steel itself is considered a commodity. So with a commodity based item, you have much higher economic fluctuations. So, due to economic cycles, you have upswings and downswings, and during downturns, companies may reduce their workforce, leading to job insecurity among employees. And you need to do your very best to find a way to balance this out. Um, yes, again, it is a balancing act, but if you do well enough of a job forecasting, you shouldn't have to ever have to worry about the uncertainty within your own business. But this uncertainty can drive skilled workers to seek more stable employment opportunities in other blue collar sectors. Now, here are just a few strategies for improving employee retention. Obviously, first and foremost, you need to have competitive compensation and benefits. Whereas pay is not everything, it is a huge thing. So, offering competitive salaries and comprehensive benefit packages that not only address, on the benefit package side, not only address the physical nature associated with it for the people, but remember that with blue collar workers, they actually have higher levels of stress and anxiety. And you need to offer mental health checks and mental well-being outsources for them to go to help them out. Okay, so many business owners and white collar workers in HR don't understand this, but look it up. It's in some of my other videos. But the mental health struggles amongst blue collar workers is much higher than the white collar workers. So not only do you have to look out for physical, you have to look out for mental. Okay, it goes both ways, and do not neglect that. But having that is fundamental to retaining your blue collar employees. So you need to have not just your health and mental, but you also have to have retirement plans, and bonuses are really a huge way to enhance job. And with bonuses, I have several different ways that I suggest doing bonuses um, that reward employees for excelling at their job as well as excelling at making the company itself profitable. It's not just based on a black and white metric, but that is something that once you work with blue collar employee retention that we will cover. For now, just know that having a bonus package available is a huge incentive for people to stay. Another one that is often highly overlooked are having good managers and supervisors. Having managers and supervisors that have high emotional quotients or emotional quality that frequently engage with employees are critical to retention. Toxic management will just get people out of the door very quickly. You need to have training and development opportunities available. Investing in continuous training and development programs helps employees enhance their skills and career prospects within your company. Providing opportunities for professional growth can increase job satisfaction and again reduce turnover. Now, it is a little bit different in blue collar sectors, but you need to find a way to have a work life balance. Promoting a healthy work life balance is crucial to retaining employees. If possible, have flexible work hours, obviously paid time off, and wellness programs that can help reduce burnout and improve satisfaction. And obviously, in the industry that we're in, we have got to have safety and safety measures and protocols in place to ensure the safety of the workers. Okay, ensuring a safe work environment and addressing those concerns related to working conditions can significantly impact retention. Regular safety training and investing in modern equipment and technology can enhance employee well-being and job satisfaction. Recognition and rewards, again, part of the bonus structure, but not just. Okay, this is more than just a dollar amount or a bonus, but recognition and rewards are vastly critical because people are out there literally freezing or sweating. They're often going through their own blood, sweat, and tears for you and your business. But often it is done blindly because you never see them. So recognizing and rewarding employees for their contributions can boost morale and loyalty. Implementing employee recognition programs and offering incentives for outstanding performance can motivate employees to stay with the company. Just recognition is huge. Now, in conclusion, employee retention in the steel manufacturing and processing industry is vital for maintaining productivity and safety. However, the industry faces significant challenges, including an aging workforce, skill shortages, and competition for talent. By implementing effective retention strategies such as competitive compensation, continuous training, and improving working conditions, companies can overcome these challenges and ensure a stable, skilled workforce. Now, prioritizing employee retention not only enhances operational efficiency but also contributes to the long-term success and sustainability of the industry and your company, and your bottom line will thank you for it. Learn how I can help you get off of the turnover merry-go-round and keep your most valuable employees by visiting bluecollaremployeeretention.com or watch the numerous other videos that I have on this channel that will help you learn more about it. But again, my name is Jeremy Davis with Blue Collar Employee Retention. Again, just go to bluecollaremployeeretention.com, click on schedule an appointment. That will take you to a page that I have set up to where I will learn more about you, your business, precisely what challenges that you have prior to us getting on the phone and setting up an appointment. And from there we can discover the best ways that we can work together and that I can help your business create a more profitable, long-term, successful future. Look forward to talking to you later. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.